Good afternoon, everyone, and happy Friday. I'm McKenna Nobles. Thank you for joining me for Wiregrass Daily News at 4. We're starting in Jackson County, where the sheriff's office is asking the public's help in finding a 16-year-old girl. Angel Woodard was last seen in Malone, Florida on November 1st of 2024. However, she was officially reported missing on January 1st. She is 5'6" with wavy red hair, and authorities are urging anyone with information about Angel's whereabouts to contact the Jackson County Sheriff's Office at 850-482-9648. The City of Dothan's Utility Department has received national recognition from the American Public Power Association for assisting with power restoration in Florida following Hurricane Milton. A crew of 10 line workers from Dothan Utilities traveled to assist Ocala Electric Utility at the city of Bartow, Florida, after both areas experienced widespread power outages caused by the hurricane. Chris Phillips, the Assistant Director of Electric Operations for Dothan Utilities, emphasized the importance of mutual aid, saying, quote, "Dothan has been a beneficiary of APA's mutual aid program. We are always glad to help others because we know we may need help again in the future." So a major congratulations to all of those who helped after Hurricane Milton. Some great work. We're staying in the Circle City now, where Dothan City Schools will be celebrating its school board members this January during School Board Member Recognition Month. This year's theme is Building Tomorrow's Future, and it highlights the board's critical role in shaping the educational landscape for students. Those board members include Scott Childers, he's a chairman, 3 years of service. Brenda Guilford, a vice chairman of 19 years of service. Dr. Franklin Jones with 16 years of service. Melanie Hill with 3 years of service plus 3 years prior to 2021. And Brett Strickland had 7 years of service, with Amy Bonds also having 7 years, and Ori Jenkins with 3 years of service. Now, in the past year, the board has approved capital projects like new classroom additions at Morris Slingloff and Highlands Elementary Schools, led professional development for leadership teams, and created initiatives to enhance positive behavior intervention support and multi-tiered student support systems. Now, I have some news for Big Lots shoppers. Here in Alabama, you might have a reason to be happy as the discount retailer works on a deal that could save hundreds of locations nationwide. Now, it was shared with Wiregrass Daily News that the local store is in limbo and waiting on confirmation if they will stay open. However, employees say they are hopeful that Dothan's Big Lots will remain in business. Now, the company recently announced an agreement with Gordon Brothers retail partners valued at $496 million. Now, if approved, the deal would preserve the brand, protect thousands of jobs, and most importantly, keep the stores open. In more retail news, Rack Room Shoes at Wiregrass Commons Mall is preparing to close its doors for good on January 11. That's leaving just about a week for shoppers to get in and take advantage of all those kind of blowout sales they're having right now. And an employee did confirm this closure to us here at Wiregrass Daily News. Getting into today's video story, it's something new and something you might can even try out and do this weekend. And especially if you don't have anything to do, it would be great. Let's take a look. When people think of Dothan, what is usually the first thing that comes to mind? Peanuts. Peanuts are what inspired creators of the app Explore Geo to add an interactive game that you can play right here in the Wiregrass. Paul Stryer, a network engineer, nomad, and co-creator of Explore Geo, tells me he thought of the idea because of a game he has played for over 20 years.
I travel. I also play geocaching and Pokemon a lot. So again, I started with my kids playing geocache in 2008. That was really the basis of it.
Not only is there a game for all of the Peanut statues in Dothan, but the murals too. To start, you'll first need to download the app, From there, Stryer says there are a few more steps before you can start your first quest.
Get the app, they download it, they sign up, and then from there, once they're in, they can join a quest. Once they're joined, let's say they're in Dothan, they drive to the Peanut there at the police station, and they're there. And if you've ever done a Facebook check-in, it's the same kind of thing.
After you check in at each location, you will start collecting points, which will put you on a leaderboard. However, if you're trying to take the top spot, there is something you can do at each location to gain more points.
It will give you questions, which are challenges. So it might say, take a selfie with the Peanut and upload it. And then you get more points and go on the leaderboard higher.
Explore Geo is a great way to see these unique statues and murals while also exploring our beautiful city. You can download the app for free on both Apple and Android devices. In Dothan, McKenna Nobles, Wiregrass Daily News. And something else you guys can do, I played the game. Let me backtrack a little bit. I actually played the game today when I was out getting my my story, and I did not realize how, first of all, how many peanuts there were, and that they all have names. And I think it's cute. Obviously, they're kind of dressed up as to be in front of the building that they're at, but definitely reading all the different names was definitely something very interesting. And I'm already in 5th place, so you get in, try and catch up, or even take my spot, bump me down a few. And something else you can do this weekend is head on over to the Wiregrass Museum of Art. Now, this group invites families to its first Saturday Family Day happening tomorrow. This free event offers hands-on art activities for all ages, making it the perfect young budding artists, or a fun way just to spend quality time together, either with your significant other, your family, your grandchildren, anyone. You can stop by the studio anytime between 10:30 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. to create something special. And all of these supplies are provided and no registration is required. Now, before we get into weather, I just want to do a quick road reminder. The southbound lane of South Oak Street will be closed from the intersection of Main Street to Crawford Street from January 6th through 10th of 2025 between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. to allow for sidewalk installation. Now, the northbound turn lane will turn onto West Main Street. I'm sorry, guys, I cannot get my wording today. The northbound turn lane onto West Main Street will also be closed, with the southbound traffic temporarily redirected into the turn lane. Now, this work is expected to take 1 week, and additional brief disruptions may occur along Main Street. Something else starting Monday at 8 a.m. until further notice, the 1200 block of South Alice Street near Clover Circle will be closed for contractors to continue working on the City of Dothan's Redwater project. And again, that is just starting Monday until we are notified that they have stopped the construction and the roadways are back to normal. Now, before we go, of course, we're going to take a look at the weather. The low tonight is 33, but those clear skies will be staying around, so you don't have to deal with being cold and wet, just a little chilly tonight. And the winds are going to be around 5 and 10 miles per hour. So a pretty typical January night, and I'm pretty sure, like I said, not a meteorologist, but these temperatures are going to stay as the weekend progresses. I think it's maybe gotten a little warmer from what they were, obviously the forecasters were predicting. It was going to be freezing, but it's still going to be pretty cold. So don't forget to bundle up and hey, maybe go out, especially if you're going to go play some Explore Geo and check off some of those peanuts and murals. That's going to do it for today's broadcast. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday.